This is the Neutab N7 Pro. It's a 7-inch tablet. And Neutab includes with the tablet an instruction book, an AC adapter that has a USB port in it, a micro USB charging cable, and a USB to round barrel charging cable as well. Now, the specs of this tablet are budget level, of course. It's running the latest Android for tablets, 4.42. I'm not sure if there's going to be an upgrade for 5 for this tablet or budget tablets in general, but it has a quad-core processor, a 1.2 gigahertz ARM v7 processor with 512 megabytes of RAM and 8 gigabytes of ROM. It has the capability of adding a 32 megabyte SD card. The screen resolution is 1024 by 600. It has wireless and Bluetooth capability, which is unusual in a tablet this price range, and a 0.3 megapixel front and 2 megapixel rear camera. Now, for a tablet in this price range, which is less than $50, I really have to adjust my expectations for this budget level tablet. And I know tablets in this price range won't have the capability of the latest high-end, higher-end tablets. I'm running a benchmarking test. I always try to do that with these tablets just to kind of show you the performance of them. But with tablets in this price range, there's always compromises. But it's really surprising with the Bluetooth that, again, that's not typical for budget level tablets, especially in this price range. For basic web surfing, checking email, streaming video, and playing some games, this tablet will do the job fine. But doesn't have the speed, screen resolution, space for apps, or the camera resolutions that you're going to find, in the more expensive tablets that you buy. The cameras themselves are pretty archaic, even against my old Droid X phone camera, which is a phone that's, at least 6 years old or more. The tablet itself is a 7-inch tablet by 4.5 inches wide, about a 1/4 inch thick, and fairly lightweight for a tablet this size. The top of the tablet has the power button, the charging ports on it. The side has the SD card slot, the volume button, and a headphone jack. There's no HDMI port on this. I think my test crashed. Oh no, there it goes. There's no HDMI port on this tablet at all, so you can't really port it out to a TV or anything like that. But of course, this tablet doesn't have the resolution either to kind of match that anyway. But the initial boot time for this tablet is okay, at about 40 to 45 seconds, but not as quick as other budget tablets I've used. But luckily with this, there's a quick boot mode that cuts the time to some of the quickest I've seen to about 5 seconds. The touchscreen itself is responsive. It works as it should. I have had some moments where the edge of the screen, I was having issues touching particular parts of the edge of the screen. So that may be a tiny issue, but again, not unexpected in a budget tablet. Connecting to my network was no issues. And one good thing about this is there's very little bloatware installed on this tablet. But unfortunately, that doesn't leave me with concern-free or with no concerns. For some reason, I could not update the Google Search app, and I've seen others have the same issue. Every time I tried to do so, I received a package error asking me to completely uninstall the app. That indicated to me there's a problem with the Google Search app. So, and one of the initial things I always do is check for updates, which I couldn't find an update button for this, but I also download an antivirus app. And in this case, I tried several different ones to confirm my findings, and I scanned the tablet, and both the two major antivirus programs that I tried detected security issues with the Google Search app. One indicated that there's a virus in the Google Search app, and the other indicating malware in the app. That is tremendously concerning to me as a user. I've ran antivirus programs before on various tablets. I'm pretty familiar with them on computers, a little bit less so on tablets, but the principle's the same. But I've never had a standard Android app, especially a Google app, give me a virus warning. With budget level tablets, it's common to get the unsecured privilege mode warning, meaning it's been rooted, because they always are, but never I've gotten a virus warning for an app that's a Google related app. I've emailed the company to ask about the issue, and I'll update my review if I get a response. But at this point I found no way to get rid of the Google Search app completely and to be able to reinstall it. And I'm not experienced enough in rooting tablets to know if I can just put a new Android OS on this. For the moment, I did a force stop on this app and disabled it because I'm concerned because again that either means there's a virus on this tablet or somebody's been tinkering with the Google Search app enough that it's basically disabled it in some way because you can't update it to fix it, and the antiviruses are detecting that there's a problem with it in some particular shape or fashion. But the tablet charges within a couple hours. The battery life is decent for a budget level tablet. Get 5 to 6 hours of use. Of course, that kind of depends on what you're doing. I tested the Bluetooth, had no issues there. But let me get out of here. But the apps were pretty quick and responsive in terms of working. The ones that I tried. I'm sorry about the glare with my light there, but and for a tablet with this limited amount of space, I really recommend if you're going to get any tablet that's a budget level tablet, add at least an 8 gig memory card, because as you find, especially with this one, because there's very little space on it, that you're going to have a limited amount of space for adding apps and games. Move as many apps as you can to a memory card to save you a lot of frustration with budget level apps. Streaming videos work fine with this, but again, you're not going to get the screen resolution, and sound is not going to be as sharp as high-end tablets, but it's okay for considering this price range. Again, because of the limited space, some games may have some difficulty with this tablet. So if you're really playing a lot of games, this might not be the tablet to go for. The sound itself is okay, a bit underpowered, but what you expect from a tablet in this price range. Again, with the cameras, they work, but really with the low resolutions, and all budget tablets kind of suffer from this, it's not something I would really use on a regular basis for this tablet. But again, the benchmarking app, it completed the test with no issues. And ranked where you would expect it to in terms of performance for a budget level app. It's not going to win any races, but for basic net surfing and email, this tablet, this will work fine. And again, it's an okay tablet for the price. I'm going to give my ranking at 4 stars, but I'm going to say this with a caveat with this. I'm still concerned about the Google Search app being detected as malware or virus. I've never encountered it before. And I can't personally say I'm going to use this tablet until I find out what that issue is and get it resolved. I mean, for me, there's only 2 things. Either there's a virus on the tablet or someone has tinkered with the Google app, the Google Search app, for some unknown purpose that has kind of disabled it to the point where it can no longer be updated. I say 4 stars, but with that caveat.